Welcome to Welcome with Jesus Bible Study. We're going to be in the book of Exodus, chapter 6, verse 30. Oops, I'm not even on the right page. My bad. Let me flip that over. There we go. And Moses said before the Lord, Behold, I am of uncircumcised lips. How shall Pharaoh hearken unto me? And I'm going to repeat that. And Moses said before the Lord, Behold, I am of uncircumcised lips, and how shall Pharaoh hearken unto me? Oops, sorry. Lord of mercy, look at me. All over the place with this phone. Moses was commanded to speak to Pharaoh in the name of the Lord. And he responded that he was a man of uncircumcised lips. A particular phrase for sure. But the idea is that he did not consider himself eloquent or a good speaker, and was this doubtful that Pharaoh would even begin to listen to him. But God chose him for a reason. And it says in the scriptures, right here where he's sitting and debating with him, he's like, did I not choose you? Am I not God? I know what I'm doing. I wouldn't have chosen you to go do so. But still, Moses kept arguing back with God, debating with him, letting him know that I'm just not worthy. I'm not worthy, God. And you know what? God just sets aside his pride and says, okay, you know what? Go get, here comes your brother Aaron. Why? Why was he already sending his brother Aaron on the way there? You know, during that debate, even if God had chosen Moses and set him for that task and told him, hey, look, I chose you. I know what I'm doing. He still knew what Moses was going to say, and what he already had Aaron's brother already on the way. Because God is the Alpha and the Omega. He knows the beginning and end. He knows any and everything. He knows what's in our mind. And even though he was straight up telling him, look, I'm God. I know what I'm doing. I created all this. I knew what I was doing. I created you, and I set you for a time as this. Moses still in his doubt, because he's not seeing himself worthy of such a task. Worthy that God would select him out of all the people, that he was worthy. We too, as Christians, as Christ followers, got to remember that God chose us for a reason. And that we are worthy. Nobody is actually really worthy. We're not worthy of God. But he created us and he chose us, and that's what makes us worthy. His choice, his creation makes us worthy. We don't deserve God. But yet, each and every day, he still continues to love us and pours out his blessings, even though we do not deserve him. Time and time again, he keeps choosing us, even though we keep doing the things that we do. That's how much love. That's why we cannot measure his love that he has for us. But we got to remember who we are in Christ. Whether we think we are worthy or not, who are we to go against God's decision to choose us? I don't speak very well. I can't even pronounce these words very right. I can't say half the names in this Bible. But I'm not allowing that to stop me. If people want to make fun of me, they can make fun of me. I don't care. I'm pretty sure there's some things about them that somebody's probably making fun of them. If not, oh well, so be it. I don't really care. It's not going to hurt my feelings. It's not like I haven't heard it before. It's not like I'm not going to stop ever hearing it. I can't change the fact that I can't read these words correctly. But it's not going to stop me for what God asked me to do. But the devil wants to stop you. He wants to put that doubt and that fear into you. And so he can use other people to do so. So don't allow other people that come across you in your lifetime that's going to sit here and put you down, because you've got to realize anything negative that comes from anybody is not from God. It's obviously sent from the devil and a distraction to keep you from doing what God has created you to do. Shake it off. Shake it off, my friend. You just keep on going. Because if God had put this in your path, if God had chose you to do this, who can stop you? Nobody. Even Moses' doubt could not stop him from doing what God had asked him to do. God already knew, since his brother was already on the way. Don't worry, you'll find your brother. He's already on the way. God didn't say, okay, well, since you don't think you can, how about you go get your brother and he will help you? No, his brother was already on the way. God's got you. He's got your back. That clearly showed that God had his back. No matter what he was saying, no matter what doubt he was having, God had his back. That he was not about to let him stumble. He's got him. He's got you. And the devil's just out there trying to make you stumble. Trying to make you stub your toe on something. But that's okay. You just play it off. You just skip and hop your way back till you get your footing right and keep on walking. Shake it off. Don't let what these people out there that was sent by the devil to talk smack to you and to keep you from doing it. If they're out there and they're purposely hurting your feelings, you most definitely need to ignore that, because that is most definitely the devil just speaking and for those people that's trying to get you. Because that's hatred right there. That's darkness. That's not love, and that's not God. You just got to pray for that person and say, you know what, God bless you, sir. It's a shame that you feel that way. It's a shame that you see things that way. I wish you could see the truth. I wish you could see the light. I'm sorry that you belong to the dark. I wish you could come into the light, my friend. And that's all we could say. That's all we can do is just pray. If it is set from the devil, we are not going to argue with them is of no need. Because they're not going to understand the light. They're not from the light. They're not going to change their mind. But they may afterwards, because you didn't go down to their level. They'll be like, man, why didn't that dude keep arguing with me? Why didn't he come down to my level? That'll make him think, that might make him change his mind. That might make him step into the light. But if we're as Christians, if we're of the light, if we're stooping down to these people's level, why would they change their mind when we're acting no different than they are? Because they're going to see no difference between you and them. So how can they change their ways? How can they change their mind when you two are acting no different? There's no difference between the two. So there's nothing for him to change. And that's where people get it all wrong and twisted, where they sit there and argue and debate with people over and over again. We got to remember that it says in these scriptures that it was not meant for them to understand. They're not going to see our ways. They have to have a change of heart and mind. We are just to plant the seeds. Let God do his thing. Plant your seeds and walk away, man. That's all we need to do. God would nourish it. God would water it. God would let it grow. Our job is to plant the seeds. We can't make a difference when we're showing no difference between the two. Don't let somebody stop you from what God has called from you. Don't let the doubt, don't let the fear. We're all going to feel unworthy. For this is God. God of the universe, Lord of lords, and King of kings. It is him. So of course we're not going to feel worthy of such things that he has gifted us. And if any time somebody thinks that they are worthy and like, yeah, I deserve it, then they are probably living in the wrong spirit. So don't get mad at yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Give thanks. Thank God for this honor. Thank God for this opportunity. Thank God for using you when he